guys love the claps. I love giving them to you. And you know what I also love? The Raptors winning basketball games as they did again tonight. 3 in a row for the Raptors. They win both in the back-to-back as they go into Minnesota and beat down on the Timberwolves 122-112. And, you know, I gotta say, guys, seeing Fred VanVleet back out there and seeing a fully healthy roster, holy smokes, it is refreshing. It is extremely refreshing. And watching that first quarter, to be totally honest with you guys, I wasn't worried. I really wasn't worried. Because they scored 39 and we scored 32, -7 after one quarter. But I'm watching this game and I'm like, there's no way in this world that the Minnesota Timberwolves can keep that up against this Raptor defense who over time will suffocate you. And that is exactly what happened in the second quarter. Raptors offense, it kind of slowed down, didn't really find themselves, scored 26 points, but the defense, clamp time, only allowed 23 points in that second quarter, was +3 in the quarter, great job there, and you're only down by 4 at halftime. You're right there. I mean, it's great to see. Now, you got to make that punch in that third quarter. Nick Nurse always talks about with this team, hang around by halftime, then make that punch right out of the gate in the third quarter, and that's exactly what happened. You were staying around at 4 points after that halftime. You're on the second night of a back-to-back, right? So it was going to be a little difficult. But then you come out in the third, specifically Kyle Lowry in the third quarter, and the Raptors drop 31. And once again, the defense clamps down, only allows 22 in the third quarter, +9 in the third quarter. And boy, oh boy, the Raptors up by, Up by 5 at the end of 3 quarters of play. This team, and Kyle Lowry had 17 points, 17 of the 31, 17 of his 28, if I'm not mistaken, 28, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, 17 of his 28 in that third quarter. He came out in the third and dominated. Made some big shots, had a couple N1s, had a couple big threes. Lowry was balling out there. So was Fred VanVleet. He was absolutely spectacular. We'll get to him in a second here. And you're feeling great after 3 quarters. You now have the lead, but you got to close the game strong. And with this team being healthy, do you expect anything less? Absolutely not. You score 33 in that fourth quarter. You allowed 28. I mean, ideally, they were up by 18, and it was garbage time after that, and they made a little bit of a run. But really, when all the starters came out of this game, Raptors were up by 18. They came out in the fourth and dominated. Absolutely dominated. The Minnesota Timberwolves beat them down. And yeah, Andrew Wiggins had a triple-double, but, I mean, you lost. You lost by 10. You basically lost by 18. Who cares? And I'm not sure how much respect I have for Wiggins with this whole Canada thing. You know, you're hearing Jamal Murray and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Chris Boucher and got a Ken Birch, I think is another one. And I know I'm missing more names, but you guys can let me know. Maybe Kelly Olynyk as well. These guys proud to play for Canada, wanting to play. I'd never say no to my country. And Andrew Wiggins, he says no all the time. So I don't give it, I don't, no time of day for Andrew Wiggins. Plus his team's crap. And he hasn't been the number 1 overall pick he was supposed to be. So, no, I'm good. Yeah, triple-double. Oh, his first one of his career. Oh. Raptors win. That's what matters to me. All right, they come out and they do a job. They shoot 52% from the field, 37% from 3. So a little bit lower, but again, I'd say at least a few of those were in garbage time. But 13 for 35. They knocked down 13 threes. Great job there. 88% from the line. 15 for 17. They got to the line 27 times. And at one point, it was like 20-9 or something like that. It was a really big number at one point. But rebounding, they're a really good rebounding team. So you knew that was going to be a little bit of an issue. You're -7 in that category, -5 on the offensive glass. And Raptors only had 25 assists in this game. They had 34. But the turnovers, again, helped the Raptors out in this one. They had 17 turnovers at the Timberwolves. Raptors had 13 steals. 13! Big number for T.O. They were really good tonight. 9 blocks to their 5. 14 turnovers for the Raptors. A little bit up there than we would have liked, but 14's all right for right now, I guess, with everybody trying to get used to each other yet again. And they had 17, which is fantastic. Second points in the paint. This is the thing that I don't get. And I want to get your guys' take on this, right? Where do most fouls get called and free throws be made? In the paint, right? You can tell early in this basketball game, they were contesting threes, so we're just going to take the ball and drive. How do they have more free throws than us? They're a 3-point shooting team by 10 from the free throw line. They took 53s. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. How a team that drives a lot more gets less fouls than the team that's chucking up threes from outside. And I didn't hear a lot of 4-point plays, a lot of 3-point free throw opportunities. That was really weird. Just want to get your guys' take on that in the comments. Go crazy about that. Points in the paint, plus 12. 58-46 for the Raptors. Once again, yet you were minus 10 in the free throws, which I still don't understand. Second chance points. Obviously, they won the offensive board, so they're going to win that category 14-7. In the fast break, back-to-back games, Raptors dominate that category 17-9. And then the points off of turnovers. Yeah, they had 17 turnovers. We had 14. We burned them. 26 points off of their 17 turnovers. Made them pay for it. And good teams, great teams, NBA champions, make you pay for mistakes. And the Raptors did that to the Timberwolves today. Incredible job by this team. Past the first quarter, defensively, this Raptor team is locked down. I mean, listen to this, guys. You gave up 39 in the first. They gave up 23, 22, and 28. And I'd say about 10 of those were in garbage time. The team dominated. The Raptors went into Minnesota and basically canceled out Wiggins, canceled out Cat. Karl-Anthony Towns, Wiggins had the triple-double, 18 and 10. Wiggins is averaging 22 a game. Karl-Anthony Towns, as we all know, Marc Gasol, when he gets on a big guy, clamps him down, makes him look stupid. I said it before the game to my dad watching. I'm like, Gasol's going to go all over this guy. 12 points. How many does Karl-Anthony Towns average per game? 26! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Defense did a job today for the Raptors. Incredible game all around. Pascal Siakam, look, he only took 10 shots with 6 of 10 shooting. 0 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 blocks in the game, plus 8 in the floor. He only had 14 points, 4 boards, and 3 assists. But move the ball. And, he saw how hot everybody else was. So he's like, hey, go crazy, boys. I did my job. I shot 60% from the field. I got 14. I had 4 blocks in the game. He did a job. OG struggled. He had 18 yesterday. 0 of 4 today. 0 of 4 shooting, 0 of 2 from 3. Really rough night. 2 points, 3 boards. Both were free throws from OG, so a really rough night offensively for OG and Anunoby. And Marc Gasol, no 20-point performance for the big fella today. 4 points, 4 boards, and 4 assists on 2 of 6 shooting. 0 of 4 from 3. Had a couple steals in the ball game today. Plus 7 when he was out there. You know why? Because he's a beast. Marc Gasol defensively and ball movement, that's just what he is. He helps that ball hum. And you know who really appreciates that? Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry. Fred VanVleet, obviously on that minutes restriction. They were kind of wanting to go that 25 and 30 minutes. They wanted to keep him in. He only ended up playing 28. But my goodness, Fred VanVleet looked like Norman Powell when he came back. Or, I'll reword that. Norman Powell now, because the guy's still playing crazy. But Fred VanVleet had 29 points in 28 minutes. He had, 4 rebounds, a couple assists, shot of 11 of 16. Knocked down 7 threes, a career high. He had also had 4 steals in the game, was a plus 20 while he was on the floor. Welcome back, Steady Freddy. He was remarkable. Big play in this one for him was in the fourth quarter. It's a really tough layup, way up high off the backboard, and it finds a way to go through. Comes down the other side, gets a stop, then comes down in transition, and Freddie knocks down a 3. Big time bucket. And if you read his lips after he knocked down that 3, it was like, I'm back, and then some explicit words. And I'm like, oh yeah, he is. This bad guy, he's back, Steady Freddy. And you can't forget about Kyle Lowry. As I talked about earlier, he had 17 in the third quarter, 28 in the game for Lowry in 28 minutes of work, 7 rebounds, couple assists, 10 of 17 shooting, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 of 8 from 3. Your guards, your starting guards in Lowry and VanVleet had 13 threes. How many did the Raptors have? 13 threes. They were money. Were the big guys. Fred VanVleet. Wait, hold on. I am wrong. My math is off. Ha! You guys know my math is off all the time, and it was there too. You know what I mean? 7 and 5. That's not 13 because it's 12. That makes sense because Powell went 1 of 5 from 3. I look so stupid. But you know what? I don't care. Because the Raptors come away with this win, guys. And Lowry did have a steal in the ball game as well with +4 while he was on the floor. Incredible job by Lowry today. Incredible job by Van Vliet. Siakam did a job. Didn't have a lot of points, but really did a good job facilitating. Facilitating? Yeah, you guys can go with that. And as I said, Norman Powell, this guy's a freak. I mean, I'm waiting for this guy to cool off. But the 4 games that he's had since he's been back from his injury, he has been absolutely incredible. 20 points again for Norman Powell. And they ain't easy buckets either. He had a lot of tough ones tonight. But he did a job. 20 points in 25 minutes, 8 of 15 shooting, 3 rebounds and 4 assists on 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 1 of 5 from 3, as I said. Had 2 steals for Norman Powell and a +12 when he was on the floor. Great job by Norman Powell. This team is playing incredible basketball, and they're flying on all cylinders right now. It's really, really fun to watch. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, look, we know what Rondae is. A go out there, scrap, grind, and be sloppy on offense. But he gets the job done. 9 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 of 3 shooting, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, couple steals, couple blocks in this one. He had a couple offensive rebounds, and he was a +13. I'm not going to complain about that. Rondae went out there and did a job today. Went to work, and it was really impressive. All right, Serge Ibaka, look, enough said. He does his thing. 12 points, 6 boards, 3 assists. Shot 5 of 13, so it was a little shaky from there. 0 of 3 from 3. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Had 1 steal in the ball game. Did Serge +9 when he was on the floor. 12 and 6 in 24 minutes. That's not bad at all for Serge Ibaka. Great job by him. Terrence Davis struggled. He was 0 of 2 shooting in the 11 minutes he played. Pat McCaw played 22 minutes and had 2 points. Made the 1 shot, and that was all she wrote. The Raptors won 3 straight games. I understand the opponents maybe aren't the greatest, but you've gotten everybody healthy now, and you're seeing what this team can do when healthy. And it's exciting. It really, really is. All right, the next contest for the Raptors is on Monday as they head to Atlanta. It's Martin Luther King Day down in the United States, so obviously it's going to be an afternoon game for the Raptors. 2:30 tip-off. Okay, they're down in Atlanta as the Raptors go visit Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. Obviously, they just acquired, Jeff Teague from these past Minnesota Timberwolves we just faced. So it's going to be interesting. They're 10-33, are the Atlanta Hawks. The Raptors are a very good team against teams under 500. They are 10-33, are the Atlanta Hawks. That's all I need to say. Now, great news, Raptor fan. Like there wasn't enough great news already. Here's some more. The Boston Celtics aren't the best basketball team. They are not a very good team in my eyes. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. They have lost 3 straight basketball games. And with losing tonight to the Phoenix Suns in Boston, no Kemba, no Jaylen Brown, even though you still lost to the Phoenix Suns. You gave up over 120 to the Phoenix Suns in Boston. The Raptors are now 3rd place in the Eastern Conference, people. We are now 3rd, and we are a game and a half back. There you guys have it there. There's Milwaukee, Miami, and then Toronto. Beautiful. Beautiful. After the way this team has been playing, with all the injuries that this team has sustained, they are 2 games, 2 wins off of their pace from last season. That's it. With all the injuries this team has overcome, it is remarkable. I don't know how they've done it. I don't know how Nick Nurse and this squad has done it, but they have, and they're incredible. And now that they've got everyone healthy, and just now got everyone healthy, and they're 3rd place in the East, I mean, they're playing fantastic basketball, but they gotta keep going, right? And as Freddie said it, they're waiting until the All-Star break. That's their half point. That's their halfway point of the season, but he doesn't even know where, he didn't even know when it was. If you listen to his post-game interview, you know why? They don't care. On to the next one. You look at the next team. You focus on that. Then, when it comes to there's no next team, the All-Star break is the next one, that's when you focus on that kind of stuff. But I love the mentality of this Raptor team. I don't know where that's coming from, whether it's the leadership of the team that won it all last year, or whether it's Nick Nurse passing it down, or if it's Masai or whatnot. But the mentality that this team has is perfect. And the Leafs could learn a thing or two from that, but I'm not going to get into those guys because I already ranted about them, and I don't want to talk about them anymore. All right? And if you're a Raptor fan, feel good right now. Enjoy this. Because they're playing fantastic basketball, and the next game is Monday in Atlanta. All right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed this game there this evening, smack that like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the video. Oh my goodness, everything you guys thought about this team. Any rumors, any ideas you have for trade deadline for this Raptors squad? I mean, obviously they look really good right now, but do you think they just need that one more thing? If so, let me know what that is, who that is, and maybe a trade package you have involved for the Toronto Raptors, moving forward. If not, and you want the team to stay packed and see what they do in the playoffs, hey, so be it. But I don't know what's going to end up happening. I trust Masai with everything. With all my life right now, I trust Masai Ujiri. So, we'll see what happens. All we can do as fans is watch each game, watch this team play, and if they win, great. If they lose, you still stand by them. That's what we do here. All right? So, guys, let me know anything you guys want to talk about in the comments below. Twitter is down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Also, Patreon link is down below, so if you guys are interested in that, sign up down below, guys. The link is down in the description below. All right? And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition at January, 27th, as they take on the Nashville Predators down in Nashville. 8 p.m. puck drop there as they look to figure something out and try to right the ship right now because it is sinking pretty quickly. But we're going to see how it all plays out for this Leaf team starting on January 27th. They have some time off, so that's that. Enjoy that, and we'll enjoy Raptor basketball for a while, all right? Speaking of that, the next game, as we talked about, is on Monday night, afternoon, 2:30 tip-off there down in Atlanta, taking on the Hawks. Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks as Raptors look for win number 4 in a row and win number 5 straight on the road, which is an incredible number. They're 13-7 right now on the road. Really good number there. Let's run it up to 14-7. Let's do it on Monday afternoon down in Atlanta, all right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.